guys, hope you're good. Trust your day has been good. Okay, so I just want to share something with us real quick. Something happened recently, and that's the reason for this video. This girl was, having a conversation with the mom. I can't remember, I don't know what exactly the mom told her not to do, but she was asking the mom why. And the mother was trying to explain to her. And it's so interesting that kids of these days, they ask a lot of questions, unlike us, especially if we were born in the 80s, 90s, maybe 70s. You dare not question your parents. You dare not ask your parents why you shouldn't do such, anything, or why you shouldn't go anywhere and all of that. So growing up, I would say I was one of those kids who was used to hearing, don't do this, don't do that, don't go there, don't go there. I heard a lot of that, and I never asked why. In fact, there was no opportunity for me to even ask why I shouldn't do what I was told not to do, or go where I was told not to go to. And again, I also remember being punished, being disciplined, being flogged, even knowing why. So what comes to mind here is the used condom episode. Now, when I was 10 years old, I blew a used condom in school. One of my classmates gave me this condom, and I blew it, and interestingly, it burst in my mouth. In the moment I blew air into it, it just burst. And one of my teachers, who happened to be my mom's friend and colleague, because my mom taught in that school before she went on transfer to another school. So she saw that and she scolded me. Why would you blow a used condom? And I was at her like, what did she say? It was bolo balloon. And, so after school, she asked me if I was going to tell my mom that I blew a used condom. And it still didn't make sense to me. But she followed me home, told my mom that I blew a used condom in school. My mother beat the hell out of me. In fact, she gave me the beating of my life, and then she forced red oil down my throat. I drank a lot of oil, palm oil, that day, and I didn't know why. I didn't know what I did. And in my innocent childish mind or head, I just blew a balloon, bolo. That's what we called it then, growing up, bolo. And I hated my mother for that. She beat me so much that I slept off. I cried and slept. I cried myself to sleep. And I woke up. That thing happened about, let's say, 1 p.m. I didn't wake up till about, I think, 6 p.m. In fact, it was actually my elder sister's chit chat with your friends that woke me up, because I heard that word again, condom. Like, what is this? Mind you, I was just 10 years old, primary 5. I didn't know what it was. So I overheard my sister or her friend telling my sisters that one of the SUG president candidates was sharing condoms to students during his campaign. And I heard that word again. I said, okay, that was what mommy called that thing, and that was what Auntie Grace called that thing, but I still didn't know what it was or what it was used for. I didn't know what it was until I think my year 1. Yes. So there was this agency that was creating awareness about HIV and AIDS. So they were touring schools. They did that in collaboration with the Nigerian theater artist something. So they were staging plays in across universities in Nigeria, and as well as creating awareness about HIV and AIDS. And afterwards, students were tested. There were free screening, HIV screening and counseling. So I went for one of those sessions, and I went for HIV and AIDS screening. And thereafter, they gave me some condoms. They gave me a pack of condom. So, and that was good cycle. But I was that naive. I didn't even know what it was. Then after like 2 or 3 weeks, one of my elder sisters had gone on, youth service. So after the orientation camp, I think they also shared condoms, to core members. Then I got some condoms when I was doing my youth service during the 3 weeks orientation camp. All these agencies that come to camp to give lectures and all of that. So one of the Sundays, I didn't open it. So the one I was given in school, in uni, I didn't open it. Right. So when my sister came back from camp, one of those Sundays I didn't go to church. I was just at home, and I had this knack growing up. I had this knack of searching through my sister's stuff to check what they got, what's the latest arrival, so that when they wear it or when they launch it eventually, it doesn't, come out as new to me. I was just, what they say, when you're idle, you get to do a lot of things. So that Sunday, that particular Sunday, I didn't go to church. So I was just, searching. I wasn't looking for anything to take, but I just looking for something, like a new possession of her, something she bought newly, just for me not to get excited when she eventually, wears it or tries whatever on. So I stumbled on this thing. It was good circle. I opened it. Like, what's this? So I opened that silver pack. Then my hands were oily. I was like, what is this? So I brought it out. I opened it, so I opened it and I saw it was condom. So immediately I had the kind of like a flashback to what happened when I was in primary 5. I said, this thing looks like that thing I blew in school. The only difference is that the one I blew was not oily, right? But the one I saw in my sister's box was oily. So I became more curious. Now, why I took time to narrate the story for us is the importance of parents being more intentional about parenting. I know that some parents still scold their children, still discipline their children without telling the children what they did wrong. And that style of parenting or method of parenting is wrong. Parents and guardians, your children and words deserve to know what they do wrong or what they did wrong when you are punishing them or correcting them or disciplining them. They need to know why you are doing what you're doing. Don't just tell people, your children, don't do this, don't do that, without telling them why. Especially in this age where children are exposed to a lot of unwholesome content on the internet, on social media. Your children should get first-hand information about these things from their parents and not from their peers or from the internet, because some of them may even get the wrong information. Now, my mother never told me what condom was or why she flogged me the way she did. Now, I suspected that for her to have given me a lot of palm oil to drink, that, something was wrong and I could be in danger. Maybe my health was at risk, because I knew then that palm oil neutralizes the effect of harmful substance consumption. So I kind of, suspected that whatever thing I blew was not ordinary balloon as I thought. And, it had effect, or, whatever I did had the effect of hurting me. But she never told me what it was. She never told me it was condom I blew and it was a used condom that I blew. She flogged me mercilessly to the point that the auntie, my teacher, started begging her. I ran to my room and then cried myself to sleep. But I was perplexed because I blew ordinary balloon, although it was unusual. So parents need to be very intentional in their parenting job. Understand that these children are exposed to a lot of things. So when they come to you and ask you questions, please, parents, be honest with your children. There is something called age-appropriate conversation with your children. It starts with, "Mommy, what is sex? Mommy, what is porn or pornography?" Tell your children the truth. Don't sugarcoat. Don't code anything, because if you don't tell them the truth, they will get the wrong information from the internet or from their peers. While growing up, there was this story I heard of the girl that was told by her peers that she had to sleep with a man or a guy for her to be deflowered. If not, she will not be able to conceive when she eventually got married. She was just looking for boys to sleep with. That was the wrong information, she got from her peers. And if her mother had told her the truth, that girl wouldn't have gotten into that mess. Some parents are so conservative because of their backgrounds, because of their religious background. They don't even mention the word sex to the children's hearing. In fact, if you hear that, you are seen as a bad child, you are rotten, you are or irresponsible child. But that should not be so. A lot of girls, get pregnant in their teenage years, 10 years, 12 years, 13 years. All because they didn't know any better. So parents need to be very intentional with their parenting. Okay, I thought I should share this with us, and the importance of parents being honest with your children. If you have to discipline your child, if you have to correct your child, if you have to punish your child for whatever thing they do wrong, please, or whatever the child does wrong, let the child know the reason you are punishing him or her. Let the child know the reason you are correcting him or her. And while you're doing that, please do it in love. There is this proverb, in Igbo land, they say, so you beat a child with the right hand and you bring her back and you draw her nearer with your left hand. Let the child not feel that you hate him or her. Let that child feel love even when you are punishing her or correcting her. All right, I thought I should share this real quick. Okay, so that's all for now. Thank you for watching. Please subscribe to my channel. It's Thought Central with Uche, and my name is Uche Akomas. Bye for now. Take care.